Well, good evening, everybody, and we welcome you ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we're just about ready for action. Manny Pacquiao's confidence is really showing through as he makes his way to the ring. Hearns has got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here.
His adversary, an impressive record of 61 victories, including 48 wins by knockout and 5 losses. Coming out of Memphis, Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1. Fires right back at him. If the shorter guy can get to the inside against the taller fighter, how can he do damage on the inside? What should we look for from him?
Well, you remember when you were a kid and you walked downtown in Manhattan, you looked up at the Empire State Building, all those great tall buildings? Well, it's the same thing. You suddenly get inside and you look up and wow, there's a tall building. Start breaking some windows.
How about that left hand? Halfway through round number 1.
You gotta protect yourself. Hands up, man. Hands up.
Solid straight right hand. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there?
Come on.
And the old 1-2 by Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns is impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Last 10 seconds of this first round. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Each man able to land an uppercut. Well-targeted left hand by Manny Pacquiao. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Manny Pacquiao's tag. Momentum has shifted.
Well, it is a test of wills, and his will is being tested.
Let's see some defense.
Good job, buddy.
90 seconds to go here in this round. See, that's what you want from his left hand. That's exactly what it should be doing, that left hand by Tommy Hearns. Good flush shot upstairs. Teddy, many times that label of being a southpaw in boxing conjures up certain images. None of those images apply to Manny Pacquiao.
No, well, Pacquiao, whether he was a southpaw or orthodox, he's not standard. He's very fast. He comes at you in any kind of angle that suits him for that moment. He will adjust on the fly.
Watch that.
Manny Pacquiao smashed by an uppercut. Double jab right to the face. The countdown, the final moments of this round. That was a great round we just saw, Teddy. And this is why I'm glad I do my job, not yours. You have to try to score that round.
Yeah, I have to score it, but they have to figure out why they both got shaken up and make sure it doesn't happen again. Close round, but the good news, more to come for our audience.
Relax, relax. You're okay. You're okay. Keep your hands up. You can keep them up, all right? I mean, you know, he caught you with your hands down. Let's keep them up. He's gonna come forward this round, all right? Keep that jab moving. Keep him away from you, all right?
So this round is underway, and what a difference a break makes for him. Look at how fresh he is to start this round after getting hit hard and rocked in that last round.
What a difference a rest makes when the corner knows how to take advantage of that rest. They got water on him, they revived him, they massaged his legs a little bit, gave him some encouragement, good to go.
Relax, relax.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round.
Come on, kid.
That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Manny Pacquiao. Able to dismiss that body shot. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Hearns is doing a very nice job here. I like how he's able to land some shots at longer range. It keeps him away from his opponent's power, but yet allows him to control things.
Well, first of all, he understands how to do those things. He's been trained in the gym. But he also recognizes what his opponent can't do. He understands that he has an opportunity to fight this kind of fight because he's got a slow-footed, cement-footed guy in front of him.
You're fighting this fight. You're fighting on the inside with this guy. I want you to use the ring and keep your distance. Your jab works good when you use it. You don't use it enough. Jump, jump.
Well, it's early on, but already a commanding lead. Banking rounds away on Teddy's scorecard, up 3 rounds to zip.
Unload! Unload!
Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Manny Pacquiao banged by an uppercut. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
And he's holding. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Solid right by Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao.
What?
Here's a moment here as you see the step back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Well, if ever you wanted to explain to somebody the benefits of distance while fighting, this is a perfect example by what we're seeing out of him on the outside.
Well, you know, so many times I see tall guys, and what the heck's the sense of being tall if you don't know how to fight tall? He knows how.
Knock this motherfucker out! Need the capital.
They start up again, back to action here with another round, but who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight.
Hey, keep your hands up! Left and right, left and right!
Halfway through this round, Hearns is showing us a real solid skill set here with his head movement. Teddy, how much of that is just natural athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained well?
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything, he's going to throw punches. But usually he's not going to have a good defense. That's something that has to be attained. That's something that has to be taught. This guy has been taught good defensive fundamentals.
Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. The combo lands upstairs.
Let's see some more head movement. You're not focusing.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round.
Still not moving enough. Move, move.
This has been an absolutely dominating performance by Tommy Hearns. And he's doing it the way that judges like for it to be done, with clean and effective punching.
Yeah, making their job a little easier.
Throw more than one punch out there.
Listen, I don't want to see you against the ropes. As soon as you feel ropes, move out. That was good. Took a lot out of them that round. Keep that up.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
The start of the 6th round. Hearns' performance right now, to this point in the fight, has been exactly what his trainer has wanted to see. The question is, can he keep it up for the second half of the fight? Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Hearns is in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
Wow, look at that, trading shots. Nice work with the overhand right.
Let's see some more head movement.
Tommy Hearns has got to deal with a cut cheek. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Good shot to the head with that right hand. Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Manny Pacquiao is absorbing a hook.
Keep your distance.
Well placed, straight right hand. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. Solid hook from Hearns. And round 6 comes to an end.
Good job.
It's just a brutal display in there right now, Teddy, and it's painted on both guys' face.
And the one with the advantage, this is going to sound funny in this kind of brutal war that we're watching here, but the guy who lays back a little bit now lets the other guy take the chances and takes advantage of those chances. Under these kind of conditions where you can barely see what's coming, believe it or not, the guy that gives in that way, that's smart that way, he's going to have the advantage.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Manny Pacquiao's work rate is very high. I looked at the punch stats, and you can see that he's a busy guy. I don't think he's an effective guy, though. A lot of these aren't landing.
Well, you have a reason to think that, Joe. Guess what? I agree. They're not landing.
Pacquiao's going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Halfway through the 7th round. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
Cover your head, kid.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Manny Pacquiao. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. And that does it for this round.
What are you waiting for? You want this fight? Then let's get moving out there. You go. This guy's gonna win this fight. If you don't take control, son, you need to take control.
You have to keep the distance. Stay away from him. Keep throwing that jab. He's almost done. You had him that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep this.
Let's look at Teddy's scorecard here at the beginning of round number 8. Hearns has done everything but put his opponent down on the mat.
Yeah, well, for you young fighters out there, this is a lesson right here. You know, you do what's there, you do what you're supposed to do, but you don't try to force something that is not in your character, not in your MO. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's still taking what it's given him. He's not getting frustrated. He's not trying to get the knockout when he shouldn't be.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. And he returns on that exchange. Pacquiao's gone into a defensive shell, but that shell has cracks in it.
Yeah, it does. And the reason why it's getting cracked is because his opponent is confident that with those earmuffs on, you know, going into that peekaboo defense that he is, he knows he's handcuffed. So he's putting together 3, 4, 5 punches where normally he would only throw 1 or 2, worried something's going to come back.
The halfway point of round number 8.
Pace yourself. Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
He scored well after being hit himself. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Comes right back with some offense of his own. To the head he goes with a left hand.
Side to side. Move that head.
And round 8 comes to an end.
Center of the ring, okay?
Listen, he's a veteran guy. He knows the truth of the situation. That's a really bad cut. The kind of cut that can end a fight.
Yeah, he has a gamble right now. You know, just got last call in the casino. They just said, you know, you got 3 more rolls of the dice. He's got to roll them. He's got to blow on them. He's got to do everything.
This guy is beating the shit out of you. You have to throw 3 or 4 punches in a row. You can turn this around, but you got to let it go. Keep, sir.
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight.
Double up, in and out, in and out.
Parries that punch intended for the head.
Relax, relax.
Blocks the head shot. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. Hearns' jab is now carrying this fight for him from the outside.
Yeah, because the jab is carrying the fight. You know, it all starts with that jab. And right now, that jab is leading the way.
He got hit, but he sends it right back.
Cover up, cover up.
A little something of his own. Blocks a shot, brings back the uppercut.
Doing great.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Manny Pacquiao's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Pacquiao lands a strong right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left.
Come on, kid, boxer.
Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9.
It's okay. Pay him back.
And that's the end of round 9.
You want to win?
One of his eyes is completely shut. They want this fight to continue on. They want to give themselves every chance they have to win it. What do they need to do?
Well, what they need to do is be very calm in the corner, get pressure on that cut, get the right medicines in there, and maybe find a way to fool around in the corner somehow, dump some water, in the corner where the referee has to spend a little bit more time cleaning it up. They want to get a little bit more seconds.
Meet up one more time. The last round has arrived. Nice block by Tommy Hearns. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Nice block by Tommy Hearns. Hearns is really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face because his defense has been stellar. I mean, so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
Hook up the jab.
He just missed that shot up top. Halfway through this 10th and final round. And now another left. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Manny Pacquiao.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Last dance, last chance. Last minute of the last round.
Get your hands up.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Hearns is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. And they will bring it home in the last 10 seconds of this final round. Tommy Hearns with a big right hand. Well, you should lose your judge's license if you have it any other way but the obvious here, Teddy.
Yeah, if they do that, I want to put those guys on a poster, a wanted poster, that you don't want them.
Here's our ring announcer. So a unanimous decision win by Tommy Hearns. That's the way we saw it all night long. The judges agree.
It was hard to see it any other way.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.